Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Bricks and Whiskers. Today, we are going to be reviewing Dobby the House Elf. He retailed for $45 and has 403 pieces with a price per piece count of 0.11. This is a really good price per piece count, low compared to a lot of sets. So this set was gifted to me. It is kind of 3-4 separate pieces, but I find the book and the sock are quite sturdy in Dobby's hands, so you don't really have to worry about that when moving it around. The cake too, like 2 hands, 2 items. I think it's great for transporting. So 10 out of 10. Displayability. Obviously, it is a very limited set, but there is at least some things you can do, like the cake. You can have it, you don't have to have it. The sock, which, I mean, so cute. Such a good idea. So cool that they have that in there. The diary. You don't need the diary in there, but you can choose to have it in there. Has Tom Marvolo riddle, some extra added details. I enjoy that they have that because they really didn't need to put it in there, even with this stab wound from the basilisk fang. It didn't need to be on there. They could have done the bare minimum. They could have just done a black book, but they didn't. They went above and beyond, adding those extra details. So then you can just have Dobby himself, who has quite a bit of movement because he's got ball and socket joint on his elbow, so lots of twisting around there. He's got a hinge on his hands, hinges on the fingers, so those can all be manipulated into different movements, shapes, directions. Obviously, the legs, no movement in the legs. They are stiff. Another good thing that has just been pointed out here is one of the legs is stuck on there. So he's pretty secure on the base, but you do still have some rotational movement if you did want to adjust that. And then his face, ears have some movement, but other than that, his head, So even though it is quite a simple set, there is still a lot of things you can do with it, which I think was really well done. It looks kind of basic, but the fact that there are so many different moving parts and things you can do with it. So displayability, 10 out of 10. Build experience, as I mentioned before, I tend to go with bigger sets because I find it makes it more worth my time, but the price per piece count on this is a 0.11, $45. Like, I don't think you can go wrong really with any set under $50. Like, it is very rare that a set is under $50 in my collection, so having it under $50, I enjoy putting it together. I enjoy the movement. So build experience is probably a 9 out of 10. I think for the $45, I got my money's worth. I enjoyed building the cake. Like, there's a lot of detail on the cake and a lot of layers, so that's enjoyable to make. Cat friendly, yeah, never had any issues with the cats. Where I display it on the shelves, I think it could be easily knocked over, yet I've never had them bother with it. I'm not sure what it is. Certain sets they go after, others they don't mind at all. This one, they don't bother it at all, which is really nice. So cat friendly, I'd give it a 10 out of 10 as well. Some shortcomings I maybe have about this set would probably be these hinge joints and some of the color choices. So for example, like the back, it's pretty basic. It's $45. You don't expect something amazing. but these shoulders, they're gray. I don't know why they went with gray. Surely they could have made pieces in the skin tone. I don't know why they went with gray. It takes away from the piece, I find. I think they could have done better there. Same with this area behind the head. Again, 4 gray pieces. I don't know if there's something there that I'm missing. Is it supposed to be dirt? Is it supposed to be... I don't know. It's just so weird that everything is the skin tone and then there's just gray. And then with the legs, there's random darker browns that match the sack that he's wearing. So there's these darker brown tones on the toes and on the legs. Again, is it supposed to be dirt? Is it supposed to, like, what is it supposed to be? I think, I'm not the biggest fan of stickers. I think if you can print something on the pieces, it's better than stickers. But in terms of, like, dirt, I feel like you could have used a sticker. Like, there's some really good stickers that are translucent. So they're translucent, and then you can have dirt, and then you get those muddy patches, but it wouldn't just be random sticks. Like, it would be really nice if somebody in the comments below could tell me what that's supposed to be, because I find for such a well put together set, the little, inconsistencies with the color really throw me off. But I mean, good things about this set, like I said, the attention to details for the extras, like the sock, you can tell it's a sock. The diary, the cake, you can tell those things are what they should be, even though they're minimal pieces, minimal design, like very simple, yet you can tell what they are. I think my favorite part of the set are his eyes. Like, they perfectly capture Dobby and the little sad puppy dog eyes he has. So overall, would I buy this set? I think for $45, yeah, I probably would. I think if you like Dobby, you like things that are adorable, you'd enjoy this set. I think it's done very well for how minimalistic it is. So I probably would recommend the set. Overall, there's not much to say for this, so I hope you enjoyed the review, and I'll see you next time.